gluten-free pasta, our water is boiling. We're ready to start cooking. Let me get this in the pot and then we'll talk a little bit about gluten-free pasta. So again, I have about 4 liters or a gallon of water. I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt in there, which is totally optional, but it does add a lot to seasoning the pasta. And then I have some brown rice pasta, is the gluten-free pasta we have here. So it's just some spaghetti noodles using brown rice flour instead of semolina or wheat flour. So break it up and put it in the pot. Okay, and then until it comes to a rolling boil, we just want to make sure to give it an occasional stir. Once it's boiling, then we can set it to simmer. So gluten-free pasta is possibly the most finicky type of pasta that at least I've made. And the main thing to remember is just do not overcook it. So if you overcook it, you really just have to toss it. It just becomes like a gummy mess usually, and it's not very palatable. But as long as you cook it al dente, and just assume, that there's also going to be a little cooking if you're adding a sauce that's hot to it, and you're going to have a really great dish. And most people that have tried gluten-free pastas and said, oh, I really don't like this, that's what's happened. It's been overcooked. When it's been cooked properly, most people don't honestly know that there's that much difference, especially if you have a really nicely seasoned sauce. Whenever you have a pasta that doesn't taste exactly like, maybe a traditional white semolina pasta that someone's used to, it is nice to have, those stronger, less subtle sauces, things like the tomato sauce with all those Italian herbs in it, or any other sauce with, some kind of flavoring, or, even with a punch to it, because it will detract from any, more unusual flavor, something someone's not used to. But after a few tries, even if it's not something that someone would typically gravitate toward, our palates will be retrained to enjoy things like more whole grain pastas. It's really just big sudden changes that people don't tend to tolerate very well, but really anything that's prepared well and in a tasty way will be something that people will enjoy. So we'll cook this for the amount of time that it says on the package and then taste it. I found that they don't usually overshoot with the cooking. If anything, the package time, especially for the gluten-free pasta, is still a little extra al dente because they don't want you to end up with it mushy. So we'll come back and take a look at that in a minute. So this is our gluten-free pasta. Cooked it for the length of time in the box. I want to taste it. It's perfect. Definitely want to get it out of this hot water as quick as possible because we want to keep it a little al dente so it doesn't get mushy. And there you have it.